In this poster, I will be talking about effectuation as a whole, what it is and how it works in application to the business scenario we viewed in our seminar. The poster will also involve comparisons between effectual and causal thinking. I will touch on innovation and what it is and how it can be applied to my group's chosen scenario. Effectuation is a way of thinking that helps entrepreneurs in their thought process to identify opportunities and new creation. Effectuation includes some of the decision-making process principles. Effectual thinkers wonder how things are going to turn out. They don't have a firm idea of where the company is headed, but they do understand special circumstances that could create opportunities. The process and application of effectuation can be explained through the effectual cycle, which has 5 elements to it. Those elements are bird in hand principle, affordable loss, lemonade, crazy quilt, pilot to the plane. I will now touch briefly on each of these elements. Bird in hand principle starts with your means. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. It's more of a take action based principle. Affordable loss principle. You set an affordable loss. You evaluate opportunities based on whether the downside is acceptable if you can kind of afford to lose money. Lemonade principle. It's leverage. Embrace the surprises that may arise from uncertain situations. Remaining flexible rather than having a firm goal. Crazy quilt principle. Form partnerships. Forming partnerships with people and organizations is a way of networking. Piloting the plane is more of a control of the controllable. So it's where you monitor things that you know you can control and change. The 4 specific principles above represent different ways where entrepreneurs interact with the environment to shape the environment. The difference between effectual and causal thinking. Causal thinking deals with plans that have concrete steps and more cause and effect theory. Advantages of causal thinking: they have step-by-step goals, they have many ways to reach their end goal. However, the disadvantages of causal thinking: they don't explore all possible opportunities. They stay firmly on their original plan. They tend to focus on 1 or 2 specific ways to their end goal only. On the other hand, effectual thinking advantages: they have no set goals, which promotes creativity. However, their disadvantages: because they have no set goals, their focus can usually be lost. They have nothing really to walk towards, not an end goal to walk towards, and decisions can change due to overthinking. After looking at both the advantages and disadvantages of causal and effectuation thinking, I think causal thinking is a stronger form of evaluations because you have a set task to complete and work towards, ensuring that you fulfill all the tasks in the time frame, giving people direct tasking guidelines to follow, allowing you to somewhat predict your ending outcome. Unlike effectual thinking, where the tasks are presented without order, to me it's more of a scattered approach. Not having a main ending, which kind of, it does open the door for creativity and leaves room for change. My group personally was thinking in an effectual way, but because I was so stuck on things having an end goal, had a we had a big discussion about our end goal, and we then used effectual thinking in the end. Innovation. What is innovation? Innovation is the specific tool of entrepreneurs that means by which they exploit change as their opportunity for different businesses or service. It is capable of being presented as a discipline or capable of being learned, capable of being practiced. There are 2 types of innovation: service innovation and process innovation. Service innovation: the service product that is based on some technology or sympathetic method. Process innovation. Sorry, the implementation of a new or improved product of delivery method. There are 5 factors that contribute to the rate of innovation, each one being very important during the process. Usage reasons. Innovation in clothing and footwear such as quick dry technology and performance gear. Value incentive. The lack of perceived value is an impediment of innovation adopting due to the lack of incentive. Risk reason. Most innovations have some risk involved when they are introduced into the marketplace. Psychological factors. There are psychological barriers to adopting an innovation that differs depending on a person's culture. Image incentive. The image of an innovation in the terms of how it looks and how it feels to the consumer. As my group, we chose the selfie drone. For the example of innovation that I'm going to use, I'll be talking about another technology innovation, which is the Apple iPhone. The original iPhone only came with 4 to 8 gigabytes of storage and didn't even have an app store. The evolution of the iPhone since then has been so powerful and noticeable. Across the years, iPhone has gained an iOS app store, Siri, which is basically your very own personal in-phone assistant, an A7 processor which makes your phone work absolutely faster. Everything looks clearer on screen because the processor moves things in a real time frame. Touch ID, keeping your phone secure to you and anyone else who you allow to add their fingerprint on your phone. So there's only 5 fingerprints, so you know who can get into your phone. So if someone steals your phone or you lose it, you have a better chance of protecting your documentation and your privacy with Touch ID. They also now have 3D Touch, which is a mechanism where you can hold down the screen and the application pops out at you without you actually opening it, allowing you to get through shortcuts, read messages without people knowing, read briefs, and just getting through the phone easier. The biggest innovation that has changed iPhone was in fact the update to iOS back when it moved from the iPhone 3G to the iPhone 4. Our business scenario case study. The business scenario case study had 10 different scenarios to choose from in total. Each scenario offered different services or products. In our seminar, we put ourselves into groups of 5 or 6. My group then read through the 10 case studies and thought of the best ones to develop further. Once completing the reading through of the slides, we began to remove ones that we didn't see progression in. We had 3 top choices, which was the selfie drone, the people's games, and monetizing a special interest. We struggled to pick one because we all had different views. My top favorite was the selfie drone. My friend's top favorite was the special interest, and she thought because I'd done YouTube channels that it could help me have a business plan towards my background, but I didn't want our group to focus on something that would just help me kind of thing. I specifically used causal thinking because I had a set goal of where I wanted the scenario to take us and how I wanted it to make us money. For example, when my friend was trying to push the idea of the people's games, I was very against it because she was all about just giving all the money we made to charity. But as a business, we needed to make money. However, some of the group members that I worked with had no set goals and were thinking very effectual. The scenario we then ended up choosing as a group was the selfie drone. Down below is just a list of my references right here. And then to the side is just my contact information, my university email address, and my LinkedIn account. Thank you for reading through my poster and listening. My name is Crystal McKenzie-Brown, and my ID number is as above, which is 6418306. And again, thank you for listening.